Byzantium was an ancient Greek city-state founded around 600 BC, named after its king Byzantus. They settled here because of this thin strip of water that connected Asia to Europe and the Black Sea to eventually the Mediterranean. This strip of water is called the Strait of Bosphorus, meaning bull track from ancient mythology. Byzantine today means scheming or old or devious. But during its 1100 years, the Byzantine Empire would not only be the savior to the Western world's profound heritage of law and literature, but it would put Christianity on the fast track, and along the way give us the artisans and builders and craftsmen who would eventually light up the Renaissance right into the 21st century. And all of this would happen under the auspices of a single emperor named Constantine, who of all of the fakers and charlatans that history has coughed up to steal the moniker the Great, Constantine really deserved it.
He was a very astute politician, and he was faced with the problem of both administering and of managing this enormous realm.
6 weeks after coming to power, Constantine journeyed to the edge of the empire, to a remote spot in modern-day Turkey.
Constantine took a spear and traced the outline of the city in the dirt. His entourage was somewhat amazed at the extent to which he intended to build the city. He is said to have commented, "I will go as far as until he who leads me stops."
That line would become the boundary of the empire's great new capital, Nova Roma, New Rome. From that outline would rise a glittering city at the heart of a great new empire. The city would come to be known as Constantinopolis, Constantine's city.
Constantine effectively shifts the center of the Roman Empire and founds a new center.
He was moving away from Rome with its old rivalries, political infighting, vested interests and so forth, to create something quite new which he could mold.
Constantine's vision for his new city would be built upon the engineering techniques perfected across the Roman Empire.
There was a grand campaign of construction, of building forums, marketplaces, to build the kind of buildings that ancient Rome had.
But Constantine's rule would be marked by one major distinction. Unlike any previous emperor, he would harness the power of another leader. His name was Jesus Christ.
Christianity is really on the rise. There is a large Christian presence in the empire, and simply recognizing this presence made a good deal of political sense.
Constantinople was founded, in effect, as a Christian empire, and Orthodox Christianity was fundamental to its existence.
Now we have to remember that even though Constantine was venerated by Christianity, he's still an emperor. In other words, a dictator who's not only killed his son, his stepson, but also his second wife, all on the same trip to Italy. So if the boy wants a city, he's going to get a city and not take no for an answer. Problem is, how do you attract people to a dusty town in the hinterlands called Byzantium? Well, first of all, you might want to rename it after yourself. And second of all, in the style of all Roman emperors, rebuild it. If Constantine could rise out of the grave today and see the success story of Istanbul, population 12 million, 2 million tourists a year, he'd probably faint.